DigDug008 says POLW is very interesting concept. Is it solely to keep the total energy input of the network at or below a predetermined threshold, or are there other reasons?
Sorry, I don't get the second part. Like
I said, this POLW is an interesting.
POLW. Okay. I thought it was about like generic proof of work. So the design of proof-less work. So he was asking about keeping the energy under a certain threshold. Yeah, it was kind of, the design was kind of try to align with the energy consumption of Bitcoin, and then try to cap it at a reasonable threshold. So when the network consumption is not an issue, the algorithm is just the same as the classical proof of work. And when the energy consumption becomes really a problem, then the algorithm will start to ask the miners to burn some coins instead of purely mining on the physical world. So in that, like the miners is kind of mining on the physical world, and also mining on the network. In that way, we reduce the energy consumption. So there's no kind of rock science like which threshold is good for the world, in my opinion. For example, like if Bitcoin spending like consumes like 0.1% of the whole energy of the world, and like the next year it consumes like 0.2% of the energy of the world. Like which one do we prefer? It's a bit hard to say, right? Because if it consumes like 0.2% of the energy, it means it's much secure, right? But at the same time, it's hard to tell like the real benefit of like spending 0.1% extra energy to get the security, right? So in the design, we have to make a choice. So in our case, the choice we made is like we try to kind of align with the current Bitcoin consumption and put it in a reasonable range that we think is good to keep. So that's basically the general design philosophy.
That's an interesting concept. Yeah, that'd be fascinating to watch Bitcoin long term to see if they can sustain the security subsidy needed to pay miners. That's something I have questions about. Yeah,
that's a question. But we are not exactly like Bitcoin, because we don't have the halving. Same as Ergo, we don't have the halving design. So we are different. And Bitcoin, in my opinion, like they are going to change the emission eventually at some point. There's I personally think that's.
Yeah, I think the same, but that's unpopular opinion. But I think the math just indicates that has to happen.
Yeah, it has to happen. But the Bitcoin community right now, definitely they are not happy with that. But probably at some point they will accept that.
Yeah, well, not popular opinion, but I share it.